All righty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again over here to discuss probably the first anniversary event that we're going to be getting right before version 3.3, and of course, all of the celebrations that are over there. And unfortunately, there's a bit of a discussion that we need to have here on just how good, and by good, I mean how awful this thing is designed. This is possibly, in my opinion, I think the worst anniversary event in the history of not just Wuthering Waves, but potentially gacha as a whole. And when you think about all of the things that we lost, all of the things that we don't have in lieu of this, you're probably going to be even more disappointed, because we've gotten a preview of some of the rewards, right, that people have been getting. Let's just take a look at this post over here by Jarka9, right? We got the Drake meme. Somebody saying no to great things like the anniversary banner and opportunity to reroll on some characters, right? And well, a big hell yeah to this medium nutrient block X2. And so when I initially saw this, I thought that this was an event for a different game. I thought that this was like Honkai Star Rail or a celebration around that, because I did not recognize what the fuck a medium nutrient block X2 is. And if you're somebody that plays this game, maybe you guys don't know that shit either. Let me just go ahead and show you what that actually is. So to find it out, you got to go to synthesis, right? It's probably been a while since you took a look at this menu. It's this thing. Bro, that was the anniversary draw event. Used to heal 15% of a selected resonator's max HP plus 1,000. Bro, this is like worse than Varina. Like, this is like the same as like a level 1 Varina or some shit. So like, this is like insane. I've never fucking used these before, and chances are you likely have not either, because simply having a healer in your fucking team like removes the need for one of these in the first place. So like, I don't like, obviously, right? That's just a pile of shit right off of the bat. And so naturally, some people might be wondering, surely there's more, because you see in the advertisement over here, you got Astrite, experience, level up mats, shell credits, and then of course the big money over here, 10 limited pulls, 10 standard pulls, or even 10 weapon pulls as well. And this is the thing, I decided, hey, why don't we go ahead, why don't we check it out ourselves and see if we can get luckier than this motherfucker over here, who clearly just got, well, cleaned out. Let's check it out ourselves. So I logged in, I've got everything ready. You can see my UID and everything. Obviously, you see it in every single video I make. We got one draw attempt. Thank you for participating in the second anniversary rally. There's maybe some better spacing over here. You've obtained a draw attempt. All right, let's do it. Let's check it out. All right, so we got to share the event page. We got to invite one player, invite a second player, a third, and a fifth. And this is where the Astrite is going to be coming from. And you can see over here, this is the potential rewards menu if you're not inviting people. You can try again, or it's a bunch of blue shit. So it's a bunch of fucking blue shit. I'll move myself over here. It's a bunch of blue shit, and then the 3 pulls. 3 different types of pulls. 10 over there. Let's do this. Awesome. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, winner, chicken, dinner. So that's I'm actually ecstatic about this. I'm actually ecstatic about this one, because at least I didn't get the nutrient blocks. And this is something that technically costs wave plates, so I guess I'm coming up over here, right? And so you might have like actually noticed, Saint, you're over exaggerating about this, right? You could just get Giga Lucky over here and end up getting one of these. But it turns out, ladies and gentlemen, this is no longer possible. Yes, because there's been a bit of a Reddit post over here that outlines what's actually going on when it comes to these top 3 rewards. Let's check this out over here. PSA, there are no more free pulls left in the invitation event. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, apparently there were only 20 winners allowed for the weapon pulls, 40 for the Radiant Tides, and then 60 for the standard ones. And these were like essentially the rates, 0.3, 0.7, 1.0 to actually get these. There are 120 total winners, and they are those who spun the wheel before you did. And if you want to check this for yourself, click the exclamation point icon in the top right and scroll down. All right, let's see it over here. Wuthering Waves, the second anniversary arrives. Log into the new version to receive 40 free pulls. That's actually true, right? Event rules, blah, 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 all of that. Okay. All right. All right. So, let's go down. Let's go down over here. This shows you all of the different rates for things like that. And with this many winners, right? Or this few winners only being allowed, it turns out that all of these are likely gone already. I'm not actually sure if they're all not there, but this is the thing. With this limited number of winners, right? And the fact that this event got announced at fucking 4:30 a.m. local time for me, I would have had to wake up. Actually, I would have had to know this shit is coming. And then from there, do all of my polls, do all of that shit, invite a bunch of fucking people to have a chance at getting those. And the thing is that I don't know if there's anybody that has actually shown that they have the rewards. Maybe these are like time locked, but having only 120 potential winners for the polls is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. And apparently, there are some people that used alt accounts, and guess what? If you used your alt accounts to get the polls, well, they're not going to fucking transfer anywhere else. And do you want to know what try again is actually for? Let me just go ahead and review this one more time. Try again might likely be the option that you get when all of these polls actually run out. And so why don't we actually test this ourselves, ladies and gentlemen? Let me just go ahead and get some of these missions done over here. Hey chat, I'm gonna need your help. I'm gonna need your help. I'm gonna send out my link, and I urge all of you, bro. How do I share the event page? But it just is clicking the copy button enough? Okay, clicking the copy button was enough. I need y'all to help me out. We need to get these polls. We need to get these polls, bro. Click my link, please. Click my link, please, so I can progress these missions and like we can see for ourselves if I'm gonna be able to get one of these temples. Yep, mods, time out everybody else who's posting their links. No, mine is the only one allowed. Guys, come on. We need to do this to test. Guys, we need to do this to test this out. Come on. What are we doing here? Hey, I better close this, reopen it, and then all my shit is there. I better see it. All right. I'm going to close this. Hey, I'm going to reopen it. What's wrong with you guys? Refresh the page? Okay, all right. Hey, I bet. There we go. Okay, all right. There we go. Okay, my faith in my community has been restored. I was about to cry. I was about to end stream. Anyways, good job, chat. You've secured yourself plenty more content for today. So now we got 8 available draws. That's all you're gonna get. And of course, if you include the first one that you get just from logging in, that's 9 total. So let's see what our rate is gonna look like over here. All right, draw number 1. We got the worst possible fucking reward. That's not very good. Okay, all right. Surely we could go again. All right, that's better. I really don't want a medium energy bag, and I really don't want the nutrient block. So really, I only have the only 2 non-dog shit rewards are the energy core and the residence potion. Now that I think about it, you're never going to use these 2. Okay, all right. Winner. All right, let's see it. Let's see. 4 more, chat. We only got 4 more. Come on. Oh, that's 2 nutrient blocks. Oh, come on. Oh, that's great. I've only got 2 left. Jesus Christ. This is like This is the worst polling session I've literally ever had. Like, this feels... This is... Just from, like, a gameplay, like, satisfaction angle, bro, this feels so bad. Oh my god, I didn't even get the... This is... Wow. Used to heal a selected resonator of the team for 150 HP per second over 30 seconds. The asteroid is, I guess, sort of cool. Oh, I see the rest of my rewards are delayed. They should be coming soon. Oh, here we go. Awesome. 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 Brother. It might be better to just do the rally tasks to get, like, the asteroid and the purple rewards, and then just not even spin so your mailbox doesn't get flooded with garbage. Straight up, it might, like, my recommendation actually is just complete these, spam your link and get people to click on it, and then don't even click the draw button. Because, like, objectively, I'd rather not have these rewards and have less spam in my inbox. Because then all I get to see is rewards 2nd anniversary and then this piece of shit. Maybe with the rates being this fucking bad, this is actually just misinformation. Maybe all of these winners are, like, actually out here. But think about it this way. We have no clue. We have no idea, right? I could check the fucking rule page again. We genuinely have no idea at all as to whether these are, like, time gated, as to whether these are, like, already all given out. I'm just surprised that there's no information being given to players about whether or not they can still actually get these. And I feel like that's just, in a lot of ways, kind of just, like, deceptive, right? Because nobody really would, I think, give a fuck at all about rolling for blue garbage if there's no chance at all to even get these anymore. And the thing is that why wouldn't you just increase the number of winners, because the rates are already, like, so low? Why, like, this is 120 winners worldwide, and 60 of those are for standard polls, and then 60 of them, so, like, there are 60 winners worldwide. This is global, bro. This is for global. And you want to know what the kind of, like, really odd thing about this is that apparently in, like, CN, they have, like, different prizes, bro. So instead of polls, apparently in CN, they have, like, a shorekeeper, right? They got, like, a shorekeeper figurine. Somebody, I guess, won it. They got a fucking shorekeeper figurine and an iPhone 17. So I guess somebody already, like, got this one and stuff like that, but... And I guess that one's, like, a limited number, too. But if this one's already gotten received in CN, well, what do you think the chances are that all of these have been given out in global already? I feel like this is just going to piss people off. I feel like all the polls actually are probably just gone, and they probably all disappeared. When you consider the number of people that play this game, it's a fucking lot, actually. This game has a shit ton of players. I wouldn't be surprised if all of these polls were gone literally within hours of the event starting. And if it was instead done in a way where it's just, like, I don't know, having an unlimited number, because this is just fucking polls, bro. Bro, it's not like you're spending money on, like, stock and inventory and shit like this. So, like, I can understand for something like an iPhone 17 or a shorekeeper figurine, right? I could understand if the number was limited over there because there's only so many of those you can buy. Bro, this is a line of code. Bro, these are a line of code. It's free. Like, you don't need to, like, stock up on these. You could just add them to people's accounts. It's not a big deal. So why the fuck are they limited? Why the fuck are they limited? I get it for CN shit. But for this, bro, this just feels like one of the most insane scams they've ever done in the history of, like, the game, dude. And when you know that, like, this is supposed to be, like, the substitute, this is supposed to be, like, the alternative for, like, other anniversary events, I'm just gonna be honest over here, this just feels a little bit painful, doesn't it? And it feels like we actually have lost a lot compared to last year. I don't even know what's going on with this thing, right? Because then you look at, like, the new update highlights and things like that, it's kind of just like, well, yeah, bro, there's kind of, like, nothing else. Wait, was this it? I don't even know what the fuck this is. Maybe this is like a completely separate event. Maybe this was like a completely separate event that's like, that wasn't even announced. So maybe like we can't really get mad that it got put in. I don't think this was announced anywhere during like the live stream and stuff like that. But this event is like so bad and feels so baity. It feels so shitty that I feel like some people would have kind of preferred just not having an event at all if it was going to be like this. What the hell even is this? It does kind of feel rage baity. And if I'm going to be honest, knowing this, I wouldn't have even bothered doing it until it was like brought to my attention. And knowing that, if this is how it actually worked out, right? It was like a first come, first serve basis. And this shit released at 4:30 a.m. Pacific time for me. 7:30 a.m. East Coast time. 6:30 whatever, right? Central. This was basically just like a big fuck you to North America. Like literally, America, go fuck yourself. But if you were in Southeast Asia, if you were in Europe, fuck it, you were in Africa, bro, hey, it's chilling, right? It's just like in the middle of the day for you, maybe at the end of the workday or like during your lunch break or something. This is actually a gigantic fuck you to America. Huh? That's a decision for sure. That is definitely a decision for sure. In Europe, it was around 1 to 2 p.m. Great. Yeah. And like I said before, during their lunch break. Yeah, during their fucking lunch break. So, yeah, man, I'm just gonna be honest. And apparently they copied HSR. Let me see this. Oh, yeah, no, they did. Oh, yeah, no, they basically did. This is the thing. I think that this is just more proof than ever that when it comes to this anniversary, Kuro was listening to so many AstroTurfers coming over from Hoyoverse Games with the sole intent of sabotaging the anniversary. And I think that they were obviously giga successful. What's one thing that you haven't seen this year compared to last year? Anniversary Doom posting. Bro, I've seen so little actual, like, Doom posting talking about how bad the Annie is, stuff like that. I've seen, like, almost none of it this year. Because I think they know that they accomplished their mission. I think we know that they, like, did their job. You can see over here that, like, the exact same bullshit garbage that Hoyoverse does, Wuwa does a literal fucking carbon copy of it. And it's kind of just, like, you can clearly see the impact from last year's feedback. Instead of getting stuff, right, that we had in the live stream over here, like kind of like these in-depth presentations, all of this shit, right, bro? They gave us also like a fucking glider skin and stuff like that as well. They gave us like a glider skin, and then they did all like these cool little like presentations about like the statistics of the game and stuff like that. Where's all this stuff at? It's not there anymore. Where's our anniversary banners at? It's not there anymore. And instead, you got like fucking 10 nutrient blocks, bro, that you know you're never going to use. Just to deepen the wound when it comes to how dog shit the event is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a random returnee event that would just pop up in the middle of like the 2 point whatever update. And you can see over here, it's giving like more Astrite, more credit rewards, more just like overall things than a goddamn anniversary web event. Bro, I think this was either 2.0 or 2.1. Holy fucking moly. That's just insane. I think it's safe to say at this point, guys, the anniversary last year felt better. Just from like a celebratory angle. And now we're kind of at the point where this just is This is not a good way to get us kicked off. This is not a good way for us to get it started over here. I don't know anybody that could do this and then be all like, yeah, I'm more excited for the anniversary now than I was before this. Who would say that? Who would have that? Who would hold that opinion? This is a piece of actual doo-doo water. And I hope on either like the next survey, stuff like that, whenever there's an opportunity to give feedback, we tell them, you made this so fucking similar to Hoyoverse, it's nauseating, and Hoyoverse does not do anniversaries well. They don't, bro. They don't. Hoyoverse is not known for doing good anniversaries, and you just followed in their footsteps in the worst way possible because their players brigaded the fuck out of your anniversary and you decided to listen to them and they're not playing the game anymore. And this is kind of what we're left with over here. I am incredibly disappointed in this thing. And if it actually did turn out that all of the pull rewards were gone within hours of the event starting, because that's what it seems like at this point. What a bunch of doo-doo water. And apparently, I guess... Oh, wait. The CN page actually had pulls too? Okay, so at this point, it's kind of just like, yeah, it's kind of just like mistreatment of global at this point, right? Where it's like, yeah, I guess, never mind. And not instead of pulls, on top of pulls, they had like the shorekeeper and stuff. And I bet, hey, but they still got the nutrient blocks too. So there's still a lot of players in CN getting fucked. Yeah, that's the blue nutrient block right there. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, why are the rewards so shit? This is just going to get people saying it's a scam, it's a bait, it's a waste of your time instead of something to look forward to. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Let me know what you all thought about this. Peace out.